to tonight's episode of Beyond the Raven. Tonight we have special guests Branon Cooper and Katie Stafford of Supernatural InK, Paranormal and Technologies. You may know Katie from shows such as The Ghost of Morgan City and The Ghost of Devil Perch. Also, Brandon has hosted a podcast on Sundays called Shaman Sundays. So let's welcome Branon Cooper and Katie Stafford to Beyond the Raven. Well, hey.
Hey.
How are y'all?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing good. Y'all been some busy people, haven't you?
Oh, you have no idea.
We have got a connection problem.
We got a little connection issue.
Hey, I think it's Brandon. He's a little jinx when it comes to the connection issues.
Yeah. Oh yeah, my show goes down all the time.
But Katie, it's finally finally getting to meet you. I guess you could say in person. It's nice to talk to you.
It's good to meet you too, Jennifer.
You've been keeping him in line.
Oh, I don't know if there's such thing, but
It's not gonna happen.
I give it my best shot.
Yeah.
Brandon's cool. I was so glad he reached out to me that day.
I'm cool.
Yes, I like Brandon. I bug him to death, but hey.
All right.
I'm okay.
He's all right.
That's right.
Yeah, we did have a blast. Smoke another one.
You know I quit smoking, so there.
I'll smoke another one.
Yeah, you smoke another one.
I did have fun with you and your team though. That was awesome. I can't wait for the Halloween party and the one in North Carolina, the investigation that we got coming up.
Yep, that's the Hamlet Depot Museum, and then actually Halloween party. Now we're going to be dressing up. I'm actually going to be a rather large Bonnie, and then I think Nathan's going to be the Clyde. Zach's going to be a gangster.
I think I'll be a garden gnome.
There you go.
You don't even have to dress up.
No, I just wear my regular clothes.
Well, Katie, hey, you're welcome to come. I know you're all the way in Missouri, but hey, we're going to be in Kings Mountain.
I would love nothing more than do that. As you can imagine, my Octobers are pretty busy.
I can imagine.
Especially right now. So, but yes, I would love to do that. Maybe next year.
Hey, that's right, and maybe hopefully things work. Get to see. You'll be coming down probably March. Is that right?
Yeah.
Right,
Yeah, he'll be there.
Awesome. We'll be there too. Everybody's excited.
Well, you better be, or there won't be anybody there. I'll be like,
right.
Hey,
Nobody else.
what the hell did I come down here for?
Right.
No, but no.
Your room.
Yeah.
Hey, you're a South Carolina boy. Actually, I'm originally from North Carolina, but I consider myself South Carolina because I like South Carolina. So.
I love South Carolina. South Carolina, born and raised. On the playground. No, I'm just kidding.
It's where he spent. It's where he spent most of his days.
I started to go there, but I didn't.
Yeah, no.
Yes. Born in South Carolina. Lived there 27 years of my life. First 27 years of my life, and that was my son.
We have ghosts
That's
running upstairs.
That's just my 9-year-old.
Yeah, I hear upstairs. That's right. And thank you, by the way. I love the InK box. I used that a lot. What was the other thing that we had?
What was the other thing that
we had?
The antenna was
the original.
Yeah, the antenna got broke off. Yeah, we had it. It was really awesome. I was so glad. Like I said, when Brandon first reached out to me, I was like, "Who is this man?" I was like, "Is he for real?"
Generally, I get everybody thinks I'm a stalker at first.
I'm one that you need to
get more off.
I mean, really, they're not. They're not.
I checked him out first. I had to make sure, he's okay. Is this too good?
Yeah, he came around a couple times, and he definitely proved his worth. Yeah. So he's a good guy.
Yeah, thanks, buddy.
He's a good dude. I give him a hard time, but he knows I love him.
Yeah.
I don't know how we would have done it without him and Anna there, because it was my first time really doing the big thing and going live, and they were, oh my God, just thank y'all for being there. And
I didn't do anything. I just supported you guys. This was all you. You guys pulled it off. I just maybe helped a time or two. So, give yourself credit. Y'all
Yeah,
did awesome. You rocked it.
I think it was an enormous success too, and I can't wait for the Hamlet. And I mean, we've just kind of blown out of the water. So so actually, and congratulations on Devil's Perch. I've watched every episode.
Thank you. Yeah, I think it came out pretty good.
Yeah.
I wasn't there weren't too many times where I was upset with editing, decisions. There was a few things I was like, you could have showed that, like some of the stuff that I did, like just like explained it, like showed some more of the explanation of exactly what was going on.
Mm-hmm.
Just a little bit more would have been great. But I mean, that would be my only thing. Just like 4 more seconds of explanation. I could have like summed it up, but sometimes I felt like, that's like I say, that's my only problem. And trust me, I cringe when I watch myself on anything. So it's like, it's so like
he's not the only one. I mean,
right?
No, I am the same way. I have really stepped outside of my comfort zone.
You got what you meant.
No, you didn't get the joke. I cringe when I watch him on TV.
He's just making a joke.
Oh well.
Yeah,
that's why he watches it over and over and over again.
Never meet your heroes.
Oh my gosh! Well, we did go to Brittany and Amanda's this weekend, and that their house is just I'm getting off the subject, but that dumbfounds me. It's definitely a portal there, but I'll talk to you later about that. Mr.
Well, yeah, and I already talked to them. I told them that when I came down that way, I'd go in there and help them out. So yeah,
just like a freeway. I mean, constantly something different. I mean, I've never really encountered that, but anyway, now
we got one right back here behind me.
Yeah, that's right behind us in the lab, the undisclosed secret laboratory. There's a portal that he used to make me sleep under when I was here. So just putting it out there.
It was an experiment, Brendan.
It was a long experiment.
It was for science.
Science.
That's right. You put him out there. Yeah, that's a good art.
You're a hero, brother.
I'm a 0.
I can't wait to try out some more of these equipment you got back there. The big ink box. That's the one I was seeing. But I like.
Oh, you mean? Hold on, I was practicing.
Hang on, we had to practice.
You mean this one?
Yeah, that one. That's right.
Okay.
Yeah, we were sitting here practicing.
We were like,
how to
my fingers disappearing. I don't know what to do. Like, how do I point at stuff? What do I do with my hands?
I don't. The car ran really good, and I just don't.
I know sometimes you disappear into the background, but I figured.
I don't know what to do with my hands.
The car ran really good. It was a little tight around.
But so you got this one. Is what? Hold on. Right there.
Yep.
That was the original. That's the original ink box, and we do still sell those and everything too. And I'll probably, since he's going to be here for a few more days than we originally expected, we'll probably send him back with another one.
Cool. Hey, I want the ghost helmet.
You want to go? But yeah, Brandon.
I have one.
Brandon's got one coming to him.
Yep. And so we'll be able to use it once. Once the final tweaks are done on mine. But yeah, I'll be bringing one back one of these days.
Well, maybe you have it before Hamlet, at least. If we don't have it at Nathan's, at least.
I mean, I'll bring mine regardless. I mean, I have the one that we used in Morgan City, and then
Ghost Brothers,
and then the one that Dalen wore on Ghost Brothers.
Awesome.
On Ghost Brothers Lights Out. Yeah. So if you hadn't seen that, that's a pretty good series.
Yeah, I watched all of it. I'm basically on reruns now. So
you saw the Pensacola Lighthouse episode and everything, and that was pretty cool to get to do that. And yeah, a lot of people don't know I actually busted my elbow up in the top of that lighthouse. It's 150, I want to say 154 stairs.
Oh,
just spiraling around all the way up to the top where the lantern and everything is. So it just got these big Vanelli lenses. Vanelli.
That's
one
yes.
of those.
That sounds right.
It's got these big magnified lenses, and so that's where I had set up the laser, right? right. I don't know how well they explained that. I don't remember. I just put 4 hours ago on this.
And it was 4 hours ago.
Right. No, it was definitely not. Anyway, so I had the laser shooting out of that. And I think they kind of went over it. But anyway, while I was up there doing that, there was no light. There was no light. The lighthouse definitely wasn't on. That probably would have blinded me.
Yeah, that would have.
But there was the light was off. I could not figure out how to turn the light off, and I'd already been up and down the stairs twice, and I was like, dude, this is so many stairs. Like, anyway, long story short, I busted my elbow up there in the dark putting this thing together, and I had bled all over myself.
Oh my God.
I didn't even know because it was so dark, but I was like, I started smelling like metal, and I'm like, that smells like rust or iron. I was like, that smells like blood, actually. And I was like, and then I kind of got a glimmer of the moonlight there because my flashlight had died. I was like, oh God, I had no light. So I got a glimmer in the moonlight, and I saw my elbow was just like gushing blood.
Oh my God.
And then I got back down, and it was all over my pants and everything. So even if I wanted to be in any more of that episode, I definitely it would have just covered in blood. That's how that night ended for me. Most people don't know. I think that's the first time I've said anything about that.
Hey, there you go, Jennifer. You got an exclusive.
You got an exclusive.
So that's right.
Yeah. Anyway.
Well, actually, I wanted to talk about Supernatural Inc. I remember Brandon at first. I was like, oh my God, could not get it in my head exactly. Was it a T? Is it you build equipment? So what? I guess how did Supernatural Inc. come about? But I guess the four of you guys. How did it come about? First meet? What?
Yeah, well, we started as just like a team, in just kind of an enthusiast team, Like I spent all my spare time working on the things that I work on, obviously, which at the time I was just getting into, so I was learning. I'd become infatuated with radios and stuff. So it was just me and Katie, and we were going to places, and we had bought some cameras, and we were just recording a little bit of some of the things we did, and and just our evidence and stuff. And then we put video, and then we started a Facebook page, I think in 2015 or 16. And then we brought on a few people who wanted to be on the team. And then I met my friend Doug and William Pimblott, and he's also an old school ghost box builder. So he kind of did things the same way I was interested in doing them, the way Frank Sumption did them, And so he kind of showed me the basics of how that worked, and then I took off from there, and then I ended up being able to develop my own circuitry that does the same thing that Frank Sumption's did. And I was able to find some new boxes that they make instead of having to use the old car stereo radios, or the Sony voltage tune radios. And just kind of started doing that, and I brought Doug onto the team, and then so then we had a couple members, myself, Katie, and then Doug, and then it was kind of a team, And then we just Supernatural Inc. We started posting more stuff, and so we were just a paranormal investigation team for a long time, and we eventually got to the point where members would come and go, and then we met Brandon, and Brandon was geologically displaced.
Yeah, let me say, sir.
You just happen to be geographically displaced.
Yeah,
he happened to be back in my state of South Carolina, and he he felt a connection with us, and we were like, yeah, he's all right. And
that's still what they say. Yeah, he's all right.
And so then we brought Brandon on, and other members of the team come and go, and we finally have just kind of got down to it's just me, Katie, and whatever this guy,
whatever my name is, Brandon.
Brandon, right.
Nobody
Brandon.
knows who I am around here.
Brandon, I knew that. I was testing you.
Okay,
so,
I knew.
Yeah, so we got Brandon over here on the East Coast. We're looking at maybe starting
and Anna is our fourth member.
Forget Anna. I know.
Yeah.
Well, Anna, I was going to get to Anna.
Okay, hey, Brandon, shut up. Got
Jesus Christ. So Brandon came down first. Like a couple times. You're ruining my story.
Okay, hey,
no,
okay.
you're lost place now. Then you're going to get to what? Eventually, what?
Yeah, okay. I'm gonna shut up. He's gonna talk.
Brandon. Okay. Anyway. All right. So anyway, long story short, we kind of got down to just us here in Missouri and Kansas City area, and then Brandon over there. And so we kind of aren't necessarily just a paranormal investigation team anymore. We actually become part of Paranormal Task Force, which is in the Midwest. And Brandon's kind of an honorary type friend of the team right now, also Paranormal Task Force. But that's also our investigative team. Supernatural Inc. is becoming more of a research and development type organization here at our home base. But like, we want to have another investigation team in South Carolina, with Brandon. So Brandon's going to be firing that up, and he's going to be the big boss for that in that area. And because I do still love South Carolina, they never showed it, or obviously they wouldn't zoom in on my belt buckle, but through the whole show, every day I wore my South Carolina flag belt buckle.
Awesome.
And
Yep.
And you'll see, you can probably find pictures in my lab. There's a big gigantic blue South Carolina flag hanging on the wall. So I still love my home state of South Carolina. I would like to move back there one day, to be honest, or at least own some property there. But so now Brandon's probably going to be doing the investigation stuff out there, and he'll be helping out with some of Ravenwood. Is it Ravenwood or Ravenswood?
What?
Ravenwood Investigations?
No, it's Raven Investigations in the Paranormal.
Oh, I thought it was Ravenwood.
No, and see, hey, thank you. I got it right.
You told me Ravenwood.
I know. I mess up the freaking name every time I try to say it.
I had to read it off my shirt. Raven.
Well, it wasn't me.
No,
it was his fault. He had me thinking you were Ravenwood.
No, see,
it's Ravenwood.
I'll fall on that.
That's okay.
I'll fall on that sword.
Anyway. So we're going to be working with other teams, like you guys and any other teams in the area that are willing to collaborate on stuff. So yeah, that's kind of where we're at right now. Sorry, that was a long explanation. You can just cut out whatever you want.
Yeah, right.
You're good.
Yeah,
Hey, that's what I want to get.
Well, I felt like it was important to kind of because Supernatural Inc. We are actually in the process of getting our LLC right now. So we're going to be official and everything.
And also we're just not your normal run of the mill, what you would think is a paranormal group or whatever. I mean, we just don't fit that mold. So,
well, I mean, I don't want to say run of the mill. Our you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm not saying anybody's run of the mill. We like to experiment with new things, like develop new things. That's kind of our thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yep. Right. Yeah.
Yeah. But teams have their own individual specifications. It's kind of what I was talking about earlier. Well, you weren't in the car with me and Greg, but
no,
or maybe you were.
No, I wasn't in it.
Yeah, but all teams do kind of serve a different purpose in the field. Like a lot of teams do just straight investigative work, and they do mostly like EVP stuff and stuff like that. And maybe they don't use ITC, and that's fine because they're kind of honing in on what they do,
Yep.
and that's important, right? And you don't want to like cloud up too much stuff. Not to say that you don't do multiple things during an investigation, but I think it's cool when teams kind of have a like a niche thing that they work on, like a in a specific part of the field, and then you can kind of hyper focus on that.
Yep.
And I feel like you can make you learn more kind of that way as opposed to trying to cover all the bases. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, because if you try to do let's say EVP and then ITC and then psychometry or whatever, well, you've got too many irons in the fire.
Yep.
You're not going to be able to get the expertise that you're going to need. So if when you just focus it in on a certain like one area, like we do ITC.
Well, and that's not to say that you don't need teams to be,
Right.
well diversified as far as the different abilities everybody has. Because when you do, if you're going into a place and like trying to develop, not just like focused on using some piece of equipment, but trying to develop a narrative and
like a report,
build a case file for
Yep.
like a client or something where you're investigating their place. Obviously, you want to have all aspects, right? So it's good to have your psychic mediums. It's good to have like shamans.
Oh, who? Hey,
This guy.
Wait, you can't see me. I'm pointing to myself. I can't figure out this camera thing.
Even if you don't have those people, it's good to be it's good to be networking into the community and have access to those people.
Yep.
And know those people that you can reach out to and kind of utilize.
Hey, see, yeah.
Utilize that those people's abilities. So yeah. But you got to have people with those abilities, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that's kind of like my thing is like I got into this because I love investigation, but also because I love the potential of developing something that will like
having a breakthrough.
Yeah, a breakthrough development and some kind of technology, and maybe and just the thought that it might be something pertaining to something that was used in the past.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
Ghost boxes or the ghost boxes I see is kind of a modern day like Ouija board sort of.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway.
And what was it? Somebody had said they called it like electronic mediumship.
Or that was me.
Was it you? I wasn't going to give you that kind of credit, but I guess that was him.
No, I don't know. People might have said it before, but I don't think I recall anybody actually coining the term. So I'm going to claim it until somebody else does.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Trademark Supernatural.
Go ahead.
I don't even know what I was talking about now.
The electronic.
Oh yes. So, that that's kind of a breakthrough, not but still tied to past ways. It really is like an electronic Ouija board, like Katie said. So, but is there an electronic mediumship? Is this a new field study? Is this a new thing coming out? I don't know, but I like to think that we're on the cutting edge of it. And
that's awesome.
I mean, who knows where 10 years from now, where the technology is going to be, and it opens us up so we can answer more questions that all of us in the paranormal field have. So, I think, I'm excited about just that prospect.
Yeah, and that's awesome. I mean, I personally would not be able to build anything. So with you building the new stuff and different stuff out there, but like you said, I have certain go-to pieces of equipment, and then I like to also, if you're not really getting much, or even if you are, then move to other pieces of equipment. So that's why I thoroughly enjoyed using the InK box, and the other, what'd you call it again? I keep forgetting.
That was the Nanocom.
The Nanocom, but I think the antenna was broken.
Yeah. Wait, no. I used an original box.
Oh, one of the little.
Yeah, it wasn't that one. I was
the Necrocom.
Necrocom.
Okay. Yeah, I wanted the nano box, but yeah.
Well, that right there is the there we go. Microcom. Hold it up in front of your face, Brandon.
Okay, right there.
Yeah, I can see it. Yeah. But we had a lot of good responses. I don't particularly like using the like Brandon and I discussed the phone apps and stuff. I'd rather use something like you make or something because there's so many. I don't know. I don't know enough about the electronic part of it, but I agree. I like what you guys are doing. So, and I'm versatile. I like using different types of equipment and learning how to use. But like the niche you were saying is like I like the REM pod, my voice recorder, and now since I'm learning more about how to use the dowsing rods, the illuminated dowsing rods.
Yep.
I'm really liking those now that I'm feeling more confident that I'm possibly using them right. I don't know if Brandon, you saw any of the lives last Saturday night that we did.
Yeah, I caught some of them. Yeah. Yep.
I was really impressed with that. So, but then I also like the SLS camera. I've got that, and so I'll bring that, and we actually caught some figures on that too. So yeah, I love trying different equipment and seeing what work. So I can't wait to use that and that. And that.
Right.
Haven't used a Ouija board because I don't know how to make. Still a little bit nervous about that. Would make sure we close it properly. Maybe Brandon could do that one time for me.
What am I doing?
What?
Ouija board.
Oh, Ouija board.
I don't use those unless I have somebody there that can make sure they.
Yeah. Well, the instructions are simple. Actually, my friend Greg actually just gave us, or gave me,
some really cool.
Yeah, he gave me a gift, and they're awesome, man.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Yeah, one of them's from 1919. It's one of the big ones. Just trying to big ones.
I saw the ones that you were opening or that you put on.
Okay.
But yeah,
cool.
I saw that. I thought that was really cool. So
I took pictures of you opening your Christmas present.
That's sweet.
I know.
It felt like Christmas.
Yeah.
That was like one of the best Christmases I've had in years.
Well, I know I got a lot more that I'm planning on getting scheduled, and I try to work it around so Mr. Brandon can be our guest investigator because
Yep. Thank you.
He's treasured. Him and Anna both are very treasured. I just think the world of them. It was amazing. Pickens just turned out to be unbelievable. So so the Supernatural Inc. Then, well, what about Devil's Perch? Anything you want to bring up? I know Brandon was talk about Devil's Perch or anything like that. Anything y'all want to talk about? Whatever y'all want to talk about. Supernatural Inc. Your equipment. You can talk about your equipment.
You know what? Speaking of Devil's Perch, why don't we go into the mine and you were using a ghost box and the
good idea.
What's so cool about that?
What's so cool that it seemed really like instant, like it was like, turn the radio, he turns the box on and he instantly gets that out of it, and then that's just it. Boom, got this. But in reality, I sat there for a good 20-30 minutes getting nothing but static.
And this was on the final episode.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, the last one. Getting nothing but static. And then I finally, boom, it says all of us. And I'm like, oh, shit. And then, yeah. And then like, you don't like, but they only show the part where it says all of us. And then I was like, oh, and that's all it shows, right? Obviously, they can't show 20-30 minutes of me sitting there.
Yeah, and you're going, okay. That's what people that watch these shows don't realize. Like, whenever people call in an investigation, I'm like, you don't realize we could stay there all night long and get nothing, absolutely nothing.
Yep.
And when they do the episodes like that, they basically, you could sit there, 30 minutes to get one little clip that's like this long.
Oh yeah. Even the scene, at the last part where I leaned over the rail and I had the ghost box, and even that did not just happen that instantly. You know what I'm saying? I was standing there with that, holding that box over that edge, like and the thing is, the thing that makes those responses so valid and important is that you're in a mine.
Yep.
You're not getting radio signals from anywhere. We were I want to say we were over 50 feet below the surface. I want to say it was more like 150 feet below the surface. I can't remember exactly, but you walked down a long ways down that tunnel. They didn't even show all of that very well, right? They didn't show us actually going down the tunnel as far as it went. But yeah, it was a very long distance down that hole. And you're not getting any radio. You know, you go under a bridge, you lose your radio signal, phone signal, everything else, right?
Yep.
But like, or you go through a tunnel. Just imagine going deep below the surface of the earth. Like, you know, you're not getting any radio. So how in the world, that's the curious thing, is like, you know, that's what makes it more valid for me. Those kind of responses make it more valid.
That's what I like too.
Yeah, it would have been cool if they could have added, like, you know, like 20 minutes later.
Right. Like on SpongeBob.
20 minutes later.
An hour and a half later, we finally got
1 hour later.
1 hour later.
Because that's why I'm so skeptical about using the spirit box, you know, is because especially if you're in the middle of like Pickens, you know, we were right there in town,
yep.
you know, and picking up. I have a hard time making out, you know, these. Some people are just like, oh, it said die, it said this. I'm like, huh? I didn't hear that. You know, so with your equipment like the box we were using, just say, is it basically the same thing like a spirit box where it does backwards, or does it help somehow or another the circuitry in there doesn't quite pick up the radio stations? I mean,
you still pick up radio stations.
Mm-hmm.
For sure. Now the thing is you know, on the InK box, you can slow the speed down to a point where it's crawling across the radio frequency band, right? So you can get big, huge pieces of radio as it goes through. You can hear it say Rock 101, you know,
right.
or whatever, right?
Yep.
And say Rock 101, even though there's no Rock. See, that's how.
No, there is South Carolina Rock 101.
I know but there's not one here.
Oh,
I
see,
haven't been back. I haven't lived in South Carolina since 2007.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
But yeah, so it's like I still think Rock 101,
WROQ,
Whistle 100, you know, all those.
Right. I like it.
Yeah, so it's funny. Anyway,
so the ghost box creeping.
Ghost box creeping. So anyway, you can hear those creeping really slow, but the idea is to turn that up faster and to have it going so fast that you're not getting complete words or anything like that. You're going to get just snippets of audio, and that's like one method of using a box anyway.
Okay.
If you are using a box with like some with FM, and you have a lot of strong FM stations around you, you just want to turn the speed up so high that that it's not going to land on any specific station for longer than just a fraction of a second. You know what I mean? And it's not long enough for one word to come out. Now, those multiple sounds are going to add up together, so you're going to get like responses that are made out of like 2 or 3 different voices. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Several voices. Sometimes they can even produce like a whole sentence in some situations.
Yeah.
And that's just one way that it works. Another good thing about the InK box is it has shortwave. Now, there are some stations that you can pick up on shortwave faintly with a good shortwave setup and everything, antenna. But this having shortwave on it, the likelihood of you landing on a station in most situations, most places, indoors, like in tunnels and things, is very slim. And so that when you do get a response using shortwave and you're just scanning static, that's, to me, is very interesting. And it seems more valid.
And we had an interesting one at Pythian Castle when we were in that tunnel on that shortwave.
Oh yeah.
And like we weren't having any luck really on FM or AM, so we decided to go shortwave. And we're deep under Pythian Castle, under the house, in this like maintenance tunnel type area. So there was no way anything, you know, from like a radio signal.
Were you down there with me?
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. So there's no. See, no, he, you know what? I'll get his coffee.
I've never been to Pythian Castle, but I've always wanted to go. So
we'll get you out here.
It's nice.
Yeah, it's fun.
It's nice.
But yeah, we had a great session on the shortwave. So shortwave's fun.
You'll have to
shortwave's good because, like I said, you don't get very much, and like if you're scanning FM or AM, like from the hours of midnight between midnight and 4 a.m., guess what you're gonna pick up a lot of?
Right.
What?
George and Ori.
There you go.
Okay.
Lovely guy. So it's gonna be like aliens. You're gonna be like, what am I communicating with? Aliens. Loch Ness monster. What is that? Bigfoot. Whoa, I'm talking to Bigfoot. Hey, he speaks English.
Wow.
Hey, you're going to have to show me the shortwave part of it then whenever you get back, whenever.
Oh, yeah, definitely. We'll do it.
Because I'm not sure that we did that.
Because the Inkbox S does not have the. No, it does.
Oh, it does.
It does have but I didn't use it. I didn't use the short. You know what? He doesn't remember that I was in Pythian Castle with him, and I don't remember the shortwave on the S. So we're even.
From now on, I'll just message you, Katie. Okay. Is this the way we need to do this? Is that the way we need to do
it? Yeah, don't listen to me. I'm just a shaman.
That's a good one.
Yeah, I'm just a shaman.
Shaman.
I'm a shaman.
So out of all the equipment that you make, do you have one particular that's your most favorite?
Good question.
Or do you, I know there's probably multiple.
Oh, yeah, Inkbox.
Your go-to piece of equipment. What is your go-to?
If I have to grab one thing, I'm taking the Inkbox.
Cool. Yeah, I do like that Inkbox. Like I said, never had that.
I mean, you can record EVP on it on cassette, which is super cool because I'm old and I have a lot of cassette tapes still. And
me too, right here. I remember them cassette tapes.
Yeah. Well, that's got cassette tape recording and an onboard mic and everything. So it's useful for that. I mean, yeah, and you got like shortwave, not just AM and FM you can scan through. You have two the shortwave band split into two sections and then kind of blown up, so you can scan the two different parts of the band separately. Yeah, and it's great. So that's all I need.
Which does come on the Inkbox S.
Yeah, and the Inkbox S is it doesn't have the cassette tape recorder, but it does have a rechargeable battery on it.
Yeah,
and that is super useful, especially these days. Is how much batteries cost.
Tell me about it. Oh my God, we went through some batteries. But actually, you were talking about Frank somebody earlier. Is he the one that made the Frank's box years ago?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yep, Frank Sumption.
Yeah.
Yep.
I've just remembered that from what is it? Is it Portals to Hell? Did they or Paranormal Lockdown or not Paranormal?
They probably did use one of his.
Yeah.
I don't. Yeah. Yeah, they probably
Trina and them use it or something on one of them shows.
I think
I don't get a chance to watch TV too often, but
he's always busy. That's why I do it for him.
I literally just put it on and listen half the time, and I'm doing stuff, whatever. And they're all reruns anymore because I always watch the new ones right when they come out. So I had already watched when y'all were talking about doing the premiere last night. I was like, dang, I already watched that. I have Discovery Plus, so I had to go back and rewatch it while y'all were doing the premiere thing.
Well, there you go.
That was the idea.
Yeah, that's how we worked.
That's what we were hoping for.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, I watch them over and over again. So I watch Ghost of Morgan City all the time. So I watch that one over and over.
Yeah, Ghost of Morgan City was good. I don't know why Ghost. I mean,
it wasn't.
I'm trying to think. I feel like it's the name. I feel like it's Ghost of. Maybe it's because of the name was maybe not as catchy. They should have named it because it was my opinion. Should have named the show like Ghosts of like Tiger Island or something like that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because the area is kind of called Tiger Island too. It just seems like a better, like catchier, kind of interesting name. I mean, the Morgan City is fantastic. I love Morgan City. Don't get me wrong, but
yeah,
like Ghost of Devil's Perch. That's great.
Yeah, it's like the every place has a very colorful name that is called or some kind of like nickname.
Yeah,
they call the area
like Greenville, G Vegas.
Well, I wouldn't go that far. That's kind of
well. I'm just
I
throwing.
wouldn't say so.
Shut up, Brandon. Got it, Katie.
Yeah, okay. Okay, so if we were doing it and if we were doing the show in let's say Spartanburg, Greenville County area, somewhere in that area, I'd be like Ghosts of the Foothills.
Right.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of that, I sent you a picture where the gray man was spotted. Did you get that?
Yes.
Oh, that's
I did.
things we want to do.
Yeah,
On
Yeah.
the thing.
Yeah, that's something we've discussed, and we'll talk. I'll tell you. I'll let you know about it later. But
Okay. Yeah, because Katie and I were, we were talking about that, and I saw it pop up, right there at the hurricane. I said, I'm going to send that to him.
yeah, he was spotted on Pawleys Island?
Yep.
Yep.
We're walking along, yeah. And so, yeah, I'd be curious to see about that.
You're good. Your head disappeared.
Oh, did it?
Ninja vanish.
I know, that's pretty
We
cool.
just have too much fun. I'm sorry, Jennifer. We just have too much fun.
Hey, no, I like it this way, just down to earth. And that's what I wanted to do. I know Brandon.
Well,
That's what
as you can see in the show, that is completely me because I suck at acting. I will say this: the one last line.
Oh my God! I had to give him. Anyway,
the last line.
It's horrible.
It was not my idea.
Oh my God!
It was not. It was just.
It just feels like we got here
okay.
Just yesterday. You're pulling down the thing, Dave.
Wow. Seems like we got here just yesterday. Dave.
Yeah.
Like, yes, that I'm gonna be honest. That's my acting. I did.
I'm not a good actor either.
So the whole rest of the show, you don't see me sounding or hear me sounding like a. Oh Lord, that was terrible.
Yeah.
There goes my acting. There goes my Hollywood career.
Oh, it's over.
It's over now.
It's over
man.
with.
No, I don't think so. Hey, you're the the paranormal mad scientist?
That's him. That's him.
Paranormal mad scientist.
Disclaimer: I'm not a degreed scientist.
Yeah. Right.
I think it's awesome that you can do that. You're whatever.
Thank you. That's a nickname that my mentor Greg Myers gave me, and it just kind of stuck, and we went with it. But anyway, go ahead.
I was talking about that one, whatever the live show you were doing when you were putting those little pieces together, and I'm going, what? What is that? Because I've actually looked at some YouTube channels like how to make your own whatever, and it's dumped out all these little circuit boards. I'm going, nope, click off. No, that's not going to happen. Then solder, and I'm like, nope.
Right, yeah, just send me to Kansas City, and then we'll, that's the easiest way.
Yes. Well, we're just sending him to Katie and letting him do all of that because that's well over my head. Now, Brittany would be closer to one to be able to do that because she did fix my pocket rim, and you fixed the pocket rim, which is putting a little piece of foam up in there.
Idea, man.
Holy moly.
He put a piece of foam up in the battery.
Why else didn't want to say holy?
Holy sheep.
He did good. He put that little piece of foam right up in the battery and it started working right away.
Yeah.
Look at that. You jerry-rigged it like a professional.
Man, you know what?
Like a real shade tree mechanic.
I'm telling you. It's almost like I'm Katie's
It's almost like you had enough schooling to get yourself in trouble.
That's public school in South Carolina. D.W. Daniel High School. Thank you for 4 wonderful years of high school. Thank you.
I graduated in North Carolina, so.
I went to Woodmont.
Woodmont.
But no, I do have a question with the ITC stuff that you build. Is there anything similar to like that Ovilus thing that's out there? That do you do anything like with
working on something that's similar, but it's not similar. It's something that will have like a phonetic sort of. I've worked on things in the past with the phonetic, with the words generator and the phonetics, but not like with it like popping up like on an obelisk, like the word and then saying the word. I like the idea of using electromagnetic fields or whatever environmental thing you're reading, like heat or barometric pressure, whatever variable you're reading, whatever. Right. What's the word I'm looking for, Brandon? Environmental
Stimulant.
Factor.
Whatever.
I think factor is a good.
External factors. Environmental.
Gosh, I'm having a brain
protection agency.
Gosh,
y'all had a busy day, so
well, yeah, and
we've had a busy 4
days, and it's only just begun.
Wow. At least it's only 9:34 there. It's 10:34 here.
We rode through a time warp on the way to Joplin, Missouri.
Oh, that was horrible.
I'm not 100% sure we ever got out of it.
No, like I looked down and he said something like, "Oh, it's like 52 minutes," and like 52 minutes later, I'm like, "Well, how much further?" He goes, "It says 52 minutes." So I don't know. I mean, I don't know what had happened was. Yeah, it was crazy, but I mean, we made it. I think.
Oh my Lord!
Oh Lord!
Yeah,
bless his heart.
Bless him. I mean,
gotta love him. Gotta love him.
Yeah,
bless your little heart.
Blessing.
Well, I know you guys are tired. I won't keep. But if there's anything else, is there that we need to touch on, Brandon, that I may have forgotten?
Oh, we do have an event, and I'm going to go ahead and announce it exclusively. You got the first shot. This is the first announcement. March 24th, 25th, and 26th, we will be doing a ghost hunt, like paranormal event at Haygood Mill Historical Society in Pickens. Well, obviously the paranormal mad scientist will be down with. We'll have some pretty cool.
Oh, cool!
Yeah, that guy, man. I hope you get to meet him. He's amazing. And, we'll have some pretty cool experiments. We may have some stuff that he did on the show down there. We don't know. You guys will be joining us as well up there. So we don't have tickets on sale yet. We should be advertising within the next month. So keep an eye out. Tickets go on sale, and since you got the exclusive, we'll put the link for the tickets on sale first on your site.
Okay.
That way you'll have the first go at it, and we'll go from there. But it's going to be exciting. I've got some other special guests in mind. I don't know. We got to see what how work schedule or filming goes. But let's just say I got a few tricks up my sleeve, and it's going to be the very, very first time this place has ever been investigated for paranormal. We've got open range. It's going to be fun. It's going to be a great time. So yeah, you guys just keep an eye out for it. And Katie, what do you got? You got something coming up, right? Like a PTF's got something?
Oh, okay. No, well, not really. They're sold out. But yes, we are doing 2 events coming up. One in Potosi this coming weekend, and then I believe in November we're doing a place called Pythian Castle, and we just talked about that.
Yep.
But we do these events, these locations regularly every year, like so many times a year. I can't remember exactly how often, but excuse me. Like I said, the ones that the coming up ones are full, so they're completely sold out. And it's large groups of people too, and they come from all over. People come from California just to come out and do some of these places.
Wow.
And this is Paranormal Task Force, so you can look them up on Facebook and look at their event schedule. And if you do come to the Missouri area and you're looking for one of the best and most cost efficient paranormal investigations to go on, then you need to look up Paranormal Task Force, because super professionalism is practiced by everybody on the team. I'm myself and Katie, my wife, and we're part of the team, and we play a big role, so we're there for the majority of them. And I like to think that so we also, unlike a lot of bigger companies, see, we're not a company, we're a nonprofit. All of the proceeds, the biggest amount of the proceeds goes to the location. And then the only thing, obviously, that goes back to PTF is to cover costs and everything to because it costs a lot of money to make these things happen.
Yep.
Just to pay for the expenses of those things. But so yeah, it's a nonprofit organization, and like I say, they do a lot of good work. And if you do come to the Missouri area, Paranormal Task Force, they do events everywhere. There's several times a year, each location, and they're all awesome. And you should come out.
I like it. Well said.
Mainly in Missouri, Paranormal Task Force, mainly in Missouri area.
Yes, we do. It's mostly they mostly do events like it's kind of sporadic all over the area. Like Potosi. There are some that are regulars, like Potosi, Missouri. They do them there. Pythian Castle is another regular. Ashmore States sometimes. One of those especially per year, and that's going to be every the weekend, the Labor Day weekend. It'll be the Saturday of that Labor Day weekend, and and we also do a lot of other events too. So you can check out Supernatural InK for even more events, and then we got Apex Paranormal up here. I know everybody.
Now we just got to get them down here, don't we, there, Brandon? Let's get them down here.
You know what? It's going to happen. It's going to happen.
Yeah, so just go on Supernatural InK on our .com and go check out our Facebook page.
Yeah, our Facebook is at Supernatural InK Paranormal, and I'll take you right to our main page.
Yeah, and or you can get on Instagram also and see a lot of the stuff that I've done specifically. If you're interested in looking at all the different equipment I've built, you can go there.
YouTube.
The YouTube channel we're working on. Yeah, but there is a Supernatural InK Paranormal YouTube channel, but we're gonna start working on it here soon. We hadn't really put any full length. Katie puts a lot of cool stuff on there, so there's a lot of cool stuff to look at on there. No doubt. But we're gonna start putting more like extended content on there too. So that's it. Yeah. And watch Ghost of the Devil's Perch.
That's right. It's awesome.
Over.
And over.
I definitely do. So you don't have to worry about that. And also Brittany and Amanda, they've been watching it. So yeah, you don't have to worry about that. So also if you'll give me the links, and I can put that down in the description also of all those places that we can go to get you guys out.
Yep, I'm on it. I will send that. I will send that to you.
Thanks, Brandon.
Thank you, Brandon. I appreciate it.
I'm the merchandise and sales guy.
He does good. He does a good job. Except for that
one time.
Except for that Teespring close.
Man, that's bad. We're not going to talk about that. I will show you the picture of what he's talking about. It was a horrible design on my choice.
Brandon's not to go into fashion.
I'm not a fashion designer.
Lord mercy, bless his heart.
Bless him.
Gotta love him. That's right. Gotta love you both, and thank y'all so much for being
on. Yeah, and I definitely want to thank you for having us on your podcast, especially on one of the earlier ones. I know I'm honored. I know KD is. So thank you so much for the opportunity to come on, and I can't wait to get back and do some more investigations with you.
That's right. Don't forget the Halloween party. Got to dress up. Figure out what you're going to wear.
Yep. Yeah. I'm telling you, just gonna be.
This is it.
I'm gonna be.
He's got his little hat on.
Yeah, I'm gonna be a ghost hunter on.
Out of work. Hey, that's right. And maybe next year we can get you down there. We can have a big one. Get you down.
Well, so I'm looking forward to it.
All right, you guys. You have a good night. Take care.
Good night. Thanks.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.
I hope you enjoyed this week's episode of Beyond the Raven with Katie Stafford and Brandon Cooper. So don't miss out on next week's episode. And until then, stay safe and don't forget to like, subscribe, and share.
Pravis video